Thank goodness. Hello everyone, welcome to Everything Arsenal and welcome to the match reaction for Arsenal's 3-1 victory over Aston Villa. I cannot explain to you guys how happy I'm feeling. Not just because we beat Aston Villa, I can tell you, these days beating Aston Villa feels better than beating Manchester United. It really does. Obviously because of Martinez, obviously because they've beaten us so many times recently, obviously because they took Buendia ahead of us. It's been very painful against Aston Villa. And a lot of people before the game, a lot of people this morning, a lot of people yesterday, talking about Aston Villa are favorites to win the game. Aston Villa is a bigger team than Arsenal these days. All of them are now asleep. The haters are now asleep. The Aston Villa are favorites gang is now asleep. What a performance. I really wanted the clean sheet. So close. Of course, what a goal from Ramsey. Apart from that, they really didn't do anything, especially in the first half. This is the first time you've really dominated a half like that, like 15 shots to 0. That never happens with Arsenal. I am absolutely buzzing. What a performance. So many players, so many teams, so many players were really good today. I've never seen this in a while. For a while, I've not seen this. So many players are really good. Ben White, probably one of his best performances in an Arsenal shirt. Gabriel was immense as usual. Tomiyasu is absolutely amazing. Ramsdale, as always. Partey was amazing. Nuno Tavares. You guys did not tell me you signed Roberto Carlos. You told me we signed Nuno Tavares. That was definitely Roberto Carlos on the pitch. Lokonga was amazing today. Thomas Partey finally scored a goal. Thank goodness. Cookie and Tactical are in the build-up RK as well, and I talked about the corner kicks. We need to be scoring corner kicks. Aston Villa not good at defending corner kicks, and we did. We also talked about Partey finally scoring a goal, and he actually did. What a performance. Aubameyang was great as well, could have had a couple of goals. I usually prefer Lacazette at penalties, so after missing that, we'll probably have Lacazette taking our penalties in the future if both of them are on the pitch. I've never really trusted Aubameyang on penalties. I trust Lacazette more, but I'm not here to blame anyone. I'm here to enjoy this victory, and I'm here to enjoy this guy, Martinez, crying. I'm absolutely here to see Martinez crying. Can we get this for Martinez crying? Can we get this for Martinez crying? Look at him. Look at him. Absolutely amazing. I've never enjoyed such a performance, man. Look at Martinez crying. Look at him talking about Aston Villa is an upgrade. Shame on you. Man, let's get into the match reaction. Let's get into the match reaction. Make sure to smash the like button. Make sure to vote in the chat. Who was your man of the match? Was it Aubameyang? Was it Tavares? Was it Lokonga? Or was it, who else did I include? Smith-Rowe. I know I should have included Partey, but you can only get like 4 choices in the chat. And I really wanted to include Partey as well. I actually wanted to include Ben White. So if you don't agree with any of those, you can just comment who was your man of the match. But I chose those 4. I think Smith-Rowe was spectacular. You could say maybe Partey had a better performance than Aubameyang, but hey, we'll get to that. But what a performance. We are now 9th on the table. Just the 3 points against Crystal Palace, and we would have been 4th, man. Why, Arsenal? Why? We would have been 4th on the table. But yeah, let me know who your man of the match is, and make sure to smash the like button. Let's get into the lineup. So obviously, since after the game now, we've heard that Tierney actually has a knock. I'm hoping it doesn't keep him out for too long. This was our starting lineup. Ramsdale, once again, it's looking like Ramsdale has definitely taken over Leno. I don't see Leno being here for too long since the World Cup will be here next year. So he'll have to basically move on for his chance to go to the World Cup. Gabriel and Ben White as the centre-backs. I'm really happy to keep centre-backs fit for a long time. Over the years, we've had Koscielny and Mertesacker. Tomorrow it's Koscielny and Gabriel. Tomorrow it's Mertesacker and Monreal at the back. We need a solid partnership for every single game, like consistent partnership. Tomiyasu was always what a player. He doesn't seem to get tired. He doesn't seem like I've never even seen him getting fouled, Tomiyasu, for real. Tavares on the left side, what a performance. Coming in for Tierney is not easy. Like over the last couple of seasons, Tierney has really put up a high ceiling. So outperforming him. I'd even say Tavares' performance today has been better than any Tierney performance this season. Lokonga and Partey in midfield, obviously had Smith-Rowe. I saw people talking about Smith-Rowe should be dropped because he's been bad this season. What are you talking about? I think Smith-Rowe, out of all those games, especially Brentford, Chelsea, Smith-Rowe is literally our only positive in those games, literally. And then up front, Aubameyang, Lacazette, and Saka. Again, Lacazette going off with an injury. I'm hoping it's not serious. Aubameyang and Saka as well. Saka surprised he played 90 minutes. I'm always scared. Every time Saka After we take a 3-0 lead, I always ask for Saka to get subbed off. On the bench, Pep and Odegaard were dropped, as many of us had expected, because Odegaard didn't play that well against Brighton and Crystal Palace. Did he even play? Forget about playing well. I did not even see him in those games. Martinelli on the bench. I know most of you would be mad because Martinelli only got 4 minutes, but next week against Leeds, we'll see him for 90 minutes in the Carabao Cup. Hopefully he performs in that game. Pepe didn't come on. Elneny, Holding, Niles, Kolasinac. Bloody Kolasinac is still at Arsenal. Cedric and Leno. So that was our lineup. So really good lineup. I'd actually liked that lineup. Against Aston Villa, I said you can't put this lineup we had against, do I still have it? The lineup we put it against Crystal Palace, where you have only Partey as the holding midfielder. You cannot survive. You saw how good McGinn is. Like, he runs every single place. Same with Douglas Luiz. Speaking of Aston Villa, this was their lineup. Martinez in goal. And they actually played a back five, as I suggested. Target, Cash, Tuanzebe, Konza, and Mings. McGinn and Luiz in midfield. They had Watkins, Ings, and Buendia up front. And keeping Watkins and Ings quiet, that is the biggest W of today. Keeping both of them quiet, the biggest W. On the bench, Steerhouse, Young, Nakamba, Ramsey, what a goal by him. Sanson, El Ghazi, Bailey, who almost scored a magnificent free kick at the end, and Archer. I do not know who Archer is, but that was our starting lineup and Aston Villa's starting lineup. So what I asked for in the match build-up, please, Arsenal, just start like you did against Crystal Palace, score a goal in the opening 50 minutes, and what you do after that, don't sit back. Try and get a second goal. And I actually think we saw that today. The players were fighting. But before we get into that, the first minute, Watkins picked up a yellow card. Do you think he should have picked up a yellow card, or do you think the players, since we've been really unfairly treated for the last few years, for the last 10 years actually against referees, Craig Pawson was like, you know what, last season I gave Luiz a red card that should not have been a red card. This time, let me help Arsenal out and give Watkins a yellow card early on, because it should never really have been a yellow card, but since they have so much pressure from Arsenal fans and Arsenal players, he had to pick to give the yellow card. And Watkins was mad, clearly, but I like the way Arsenal players surround the referees. Every single team does that. Let no one tell you that you should not be asking for a yellow card. Every single team does that. Look at Bruno Fernandes. If he gets fouled, he will ask for the yellow card. Diego Costa, a former Chelsea player, he will ask for the yellow card. So I want to see Arsenal players doing that. Let's not be soft. Let's not keep quiet. Let's be like the Vieiras and the Lawrence back in the days. Let's fight. Let's ask for referees for the decision. Let's let them know that we are at home at the Emirates Stadium. Let's do that. Referees don't even give away penalties to opposition teams at Anfield or Old Trafford, rarely, because they have that pressure from the fans. I want to see that from Arsenal. Aubameyang in the 3rd minute, he attempted an overhead kick. Could have been a magnificent goal. Saka again. Saka playing on the right side is actually really turning out to be great. He's being great, like turning in and to his left foot and crossing the ball and shooting the ball. He's been absolutely magnificent. Again, brilliant cross to Aubameyang. Could have been a goal. Aubameyang changing his hairstyle every single day. I think we'll need to talk about that someday. In the 4th minute, Tavares, the pressing he made, and then he shot the ball obviously over the bar, but the pressing from Tavares was immense. That was the first 4 minutes. When you do that in the first 4 minutes, the opposition is already scared. They're like, you know what, you can't do this again. Let's clear the ball. That's the opening 4 minutes. That's what we need to see from Tavares, and that's exactly what we saw. He has big shoes to fill. We know we signed him as a backup to Tierney, but really be a backup, because backup would play like 5 or 6 games, but you know Tierney could easily miss 15 games in a season. So playing 15 games for Tavares, that's not even a backup. That's literally half of our season. So that first 4 minutes from Tavares, brilliant. And it didn't end there. In the 6th minute, I told you guys, Ben White might not be the best defender yet. We've not seen it yet. But in terms of like pressing and going forward with the ball and long passes, that run Ben White made in the 5th minute from our own box to the middle of the pitch and gave the ball to Saka, or is it someone on the left side? That run, that already takes away the pressure from the other team attacking you. That takes you from defending to attacking right away. If you can get a player who can do that, how many times did Mertesacker do that for Arsenal? He was not even able to do that. He was not that kind of player. Holding can never do that, really. Pablo Mari maybe, but not as much as we want. So seeing Ben White running with the ball like that, putting us straight on the attack, absolutely magnificent. And then obviously Smith Rowe almost scored in the 11th minute. He got cleared off the line. Our corners were actually a threat today. I think we had 7, 8 corners today, but all of them were actually a massive threat. We'll come to the goal later on. In the 60th minute as well, Tomiyasu had a shot. So as you can see the trend, the first 15 minutes, we already had like 5 or 6 shots. Rarely do we see that with Arsenal. Rarely do we see that with Arsenal. Like, it was amazing seeing the players attempting to shoot the ball, players attempting to just try. You never know. He might hit someone and go in, just like Smith Rowe's goal. You might never know. Just shoot the ball. It might hit someone and go in. You just need to try fast. And then in the 18th minute, Ramsdale made a very, very good pass to Smith Rowe as well. Another long ball. Is that why he's ahead of the team, ahead of Leno? Maybe, because I don't personally think Leno is a bad shot stopper. I still think Leno is a very, very good keeper at saving shots. He's pretty good at it. But maybe on his feet and putting his defenders under so much pressure with the bad passes, maybe that's what makes him a bit of a calamity sometimes. But in terms of shot stopping, I think Leno is brilliant. But Ramsdale today, in terms of the long balls, I think that's why we settled this debate. I think Ramsdale is better at long balls and passing than Leno. Shot stopping, they could almost be similar. I think Leno is still a good goalkeeper at saving shots, but Ramsdale is fantastic at those long balls. That long ball he gave to Smith Rowe, there's different ways to attack. You can play from the back, which we have done for the last 3 seasons, but that puts so much pressure on you. If you have a goalkeeper who can ping the ball to Smith Rowe, to Partey, well and good. And also you can have the kind of centre-backs who can push you forward, like I've talked about Ben White pushing with the ball forward. Use different styles. Don't be predictable. Use different styles. Let the opposition not be able to predict what you're going to do, and you're on to something. Today, I saw us attacking from the back 4 or 5 different ways. Ramsdale long ball, Ben White pushing to the middle, Gabriel pushing to the middle, Tomiyasu running with the ball on the right, Tavares running with the ball on the left. If you do different things, opponents will now get scared of you because you're playing in a different way. They do not know which side to mark, who to take care of. They do not know about that. So 20th minute, Partey hit the post. And at this stage, I was thinking, I mean, yes, 8 shots, but no goal. Come on, Arsenal, get a goal. It's 20 minutes already. You know, Aston Villa get 1 chance, they'll score. Those thoughts always go through my mind as an Arsenal fan. Partey hitting the post, I was thinking the worst again. Partey, when we lose score, bad luck. Arsenal is cast as usual. When will Partey score? But hey, after 2 minutes, Smith Rowe, we were talking about, I think Cookie in the match build-up said Saka, him or Tactical said Saka is good at corners. But the first corner Saka took today was awful. It hit the first man again. But Smith Rowe, he came from nowhere, and what a magnificent corner, what a magnificent header from Partey to make it 1-0. Partey's first goal is in an Arsenal shirt. Here's a stat for you. I'm 90% sure about this stat, not 100, but 90% sure. That was for the 49th shot Partey took in an Arsenal shirt. The 49th shot. So he actually scored on his 49th shot in an Arsenal shirt. 49 shots, 1 goal. 49-49 unbeaten. But this time it's 49-49 Thomas Partey goal. Forget about the unbeaten run. This is 49-49 Thomas Partey goal. Finally getting the goal after 49 shots, man. He's actually taken 49 shots without scoring. That is crazy. But at the beginning of the season, in the preview of the season, I said I want at least 3 to 4 goals from Partey. I could easily see him getting it because he's been so close to scoring every single week, but I was really happy with that goal. From there, I was talking about do not calm down. Do not start defending. Do not start passing the ball at the back and giving away the ball. Try and get a second goal. And surprisingly, we actually did exactly that. In the 26th minute, we put Mings under pressure. He picked up a yellow card. They were picking up so many yellow cards. Martinez made an excellent save from Saka. That was brilliant from Martinez. That save from Saka where Tavares, let's start from Tavares. What a run and what a cross. When you get to those positions as a defender, it's usually very hard to make a decision as a defender, like will I shoot? And even saw Tavares doing that a couple of times, some wayward shots. Sometimes they get confused. They go for the glory as a defender, like, let me score this goal, would be a magnificent goal. That cross to Saka. Saka obviously a bit panicked a bit on his right foot, but I mean, he put it on target and Martinez saved it. What to say from Martinez? What to say from Martinez? I'll come to you guys' comments after I go through the first stuff. Thank you for all the comments. Make sure to smash the like button. The player ratings will be after this, immediately after this. So what to say from Martinez? And then McGinn also picked up a yellow card. So when they pick up 4 yellow cards in the first half, you're putting them under pressure. You're putting them under real pressure. Lokonga, though, he misplaced a pass in the 34th minute, but he recovered excellently well and got the ball back for us. Do that. We need midfielders like that. If you can lose the ball and recover it immediately, I'm happy with that. I've seen it so many times. Sorry, I have to go back to Ozil. Sorry, I have to talk about Ozil. Every time Ozil lost the ball, he would stand. I do not want my players to do that. Don't lose the ball and stand and look at your defenders defending. Go after it. It does not matter whether you lose the ball on the left and the ball ends up on the right. Follow it. That was your mistake. Go and get the ball. Lokonga did that in the 34th minute, and that was excellent. And then Tavares again. Tavares, as you can hear, he was a feature in this game. In the 35th minute, taking a shot yet again, and the goalkeeper saved with his right foot as well. So Tavares looks comfortable on both his left foot and his right foot. So again, that's a positive. Lokonga did pick up a yellow card in the 45th minute. That was the only shame about the first half. But then again, we got a penalty. We actually got a penalty. When Lacazette was fouled, I was looking at the clock and I was like, he will blow the whistle. That's what they do. He will definitely blow the whistle, but he actually let it run. So I've had Ian Wright interviewing Chris Foy, the former referee. I actually know Chris Foy, the former referee. Would you guys be interested if I brought a referee on a show, a former Premier League referee? Because I actually know him personally. He was on the TV right now, on the TV with Ian Wright right now, and he was talking about the rules. The rules changed this season. So the whistle would have been added for 2 minutes, and it had actually hit the 47th minute. So the referee had the choice of blowing the whistle and then checking the penalty. But I had, if it gets past the 47th minute, and here's what I had. If Aubameyang didn't actually get to the rebound and another player got to the rebound, the referee wouldn't have given the pass. I understand that after the time ends, if you're given the penalty after the time, the only player who can rebound the ball is the guy who has taken the penalty. If any other guy comes from behind and scores, the referee will blow the whistle and say, it's already halftime. That would be a shame. Just imagine that. Aubameyang takes the penalties, it's saved, Saka scores, and then the referee says, you know what, the time was already over, it's now halftime. That's what I had. A lot of Premier League rules that it's usually very, very hard to understand. So many different rules, but that's the one I had today and I've never heard about before. If Aubameyang didn't score and any other player scored, they wouldn't have given us the goal because the time had passed. Also, I'm interested to know, how about if Aston Villa scored as Michael Oliver, the VAR today, was checking the penalty? What if Aston Villa went to score and then the referee, Craig Pawson, goes to check the penalty and actually finds that it was not a penalty? Would Aston Villa be given the goal in the 49th minute when there were only 2 minutes added? I'd be interested to know that as well. But hey, Aubameyang did take the penalty. He missed it, but he scored from the rebound. I repeat again, I don't think Aubameyang is our best penalty taker. I remember he missed against Manchester City in his second game. I remember he missed against Tottenham, and I've never seen Lacazette missing a penalty. So I think Lacazette is our best penalty taker. But obviously, since Aubameyang was on the pitch, he's the first penalty taker. But what a rebound. It's very, very, very good finish with his left foot. I was worried because that would be so Arsenal. Get a penalty, miss, and then Aston Villa come in the second half and score 2 goals. So I was very worried. Martinez, that's when Martinez cried. Can we look at this one more time? Martinez crying, absolutely fantastic. He really wanted to save Aubameyang's penalty. And I'm pretty sure I saw Martinez 5-6 weeks ago asking Ronaldo to take the penalty instead of Fernandes. I saw him today pointing at Lacazette. I'm not sure whether you're telling Lacazette, you take the penalty. Don't let Aubameyang save the penalty. Take the penalty. I want to save your penalty. I hope he's not doing that, because if he was doing that, Martinez, last laugh to Arsenal. Cry more, Martinez. Cry more. Cry more, Emi Martinez. Cry more. Which position is your team? 14th or 15th? Cry more, Emi Martinez. Cry more. Absolutely love to see it. So 2-0 at halftime. Over the last 1 year, how many times have Arsenal taken a 2 or 3 goal lead to halftime? I can only count 3 games. The Tottenham one today and the Newcastle one, I think back in February or something. It's very rare for Arsenal to take a 2-goal lead at halftime. Very rare. What do I want after that? Still don't relax. Come in the second half and try and get a third, because I'm still thinking El Ghazi is on the bench. I'm still thinking about Arsenal throwing a 2-goal lead. I'm still thinking, thinking Arsenal stuff. Well, Arsenal is going to be Arsenal. You still need 5 goals to be calm. Even 3 goals is not enough for Arsenal, because Arsenal can be Arsenal. And when Arsenal be Arsenal, you know how we feel. So I was thinking, come back in the second half and get a third or get a 4th goal. So before I get into the second half, let me see what you guys are saying. Thank you for the super chat, RK. Happy with the results. I appreciate it. If you want to become a member on the channel, by the way, you can, to use emojis and stuff, and to just support the channel. For example, I can put this Aubameyang thing on there. Aubameyang, I can put the Aubameyang logo in the chat. So let me see. Thank you for that, RK. XX Tactical says Laka was my man of the match, but out of those 4, Tavares. Laka got subbed off around the 60th minute or something, 65th. I think he was great, but I don't know. I think Tavares was really, really good today. Marcus says, I'm buzzing. Absolutely. I'm so happy right now. How have we done that? I mean, I've seen a lot of people before the game, even Arsenal fans. Now, I'm usually okay with the opposition fans making jokes about us, but I usually do not like it when Arsenal fans do it. You know what? Aston Villa are going to beat us 3-0. We cannot score a goal. Smith Rowe's been average this season. What are you talking about, man? Just support the team. I know, like it or not, we've been unbeaten for 5 games. I said in the match build-up, yes, being unbeaten for 5 games does not really mean a lot because you can be unbeaten for 20 games with 1 win and 19 draws, but you have to start building from somewhere. This Arsenal team was never going to win 30 games in a season. We have to build from somewhere. And going 5-6 games unbeaten, that's a good start. We've not lost since we got smashed by Man City. We've not lost, and we've been up against some tricky opposition. Aston Villa, Crystal Palace, Burnley away from home. All these teams are very, very hard. So if we can go against the next 3 teams and keep clean sheets and win the games like Leeds in the Carabao Cup, Leicester away from home, and also Watford before the international break, we will be onto something, because after that it gets really hard. We have Anfield, Old Trafford games. Martinez in the mud. You'll have to see it. Aaron Ramsdale is better than you. I mean, even comparing Aaron Ramsdale to Martinez is a bit, disrespectful to Ramsdale. Love that chant. Absolutely. 49-49 Thomas Partey. Martinez got done by Emile. Absolutely love it. Nahom says Arsenal forever. Yep, support the team. Keep supporting the team. John says man of the match, Ramsdale. Tactical says Emile and Saka corners are good besides one by Saka. Yeah, the first one was horrible, but after that, you're actually right. He did take some few good corners, got what he deserved for what he's been saying. My man of the match was Emile. Tavares a close second, 100% deserves it. Amos says, wow, big up to all Arsenal members. Absolutely. The Emirates were on fire to do that. Atmosphere was amazing. Very, very much. The bowing to Martinez was sensational, man. I enjoyed every single of it. What were your thoughts on Saka tonight? As I said, brilliant. At first, I was always a fan of Saka playing on the left side with Tierney because the combination was really good. But even on the right side, he was magnificent yet again. Every time Saka has the ball, I feel like something is going to happen. It actually reminds me of Thierry Henry back in the day, Santi Cazorla. Every time these players have the ball, you feel like he can pick out a pass, he can score a goal. Yes, I always still say he needs to improve on his finishing. Same applies to Smith Rowe, but that will come with time. But then again, on the right side, he's been magnificent. All the defenders, I can assure you, get very scared when Saka has the ball. So Saka yet again on the right side, unbelievable. Would I have played him for 90 minutes? Probably not. But again, he was unbelievable yet again. Might not be nominated for the man of the match, but that was definitely a 7+ performance today. I'll talk about that more, RD, on the player ratings. It's been great this season. Was the same at Spurs, although I suppose you'd expect that. I mean, Norwich at home, we won. Tottenham at home, we won. Crystal Palace, we drew, and today we won. So our home record has not been disastrous. We also beat Wimbledon at home as well. So our home form has been great. Should have been 5-1 with Saka and Partey hitting the crossbar. Yep. Lacazette just looked tired, to be honest. He's not 100% fit. Hopefully it's not a serious injury, though. He's not, because Arsenal players, Cookie, you think that and then you hear he's out for 2 months. That's Arsenal. He's not used to it. If he can get regular games, he can be back to his full best and play a full 90. He was great. The other day against Palace, he saved us, and today he played magnificently well. Only negative I have from this game, Kolasinac is still at Arsenal. Tactical is not a fan of this guy. Where is he? I always keep this picture close to me. I've never deleted this photo because I know I'm going to use it. He's going to be at Arsenal for another year. Kolasinac. Tactical is not a fan of Stead Kolasinac. You know, if Tavares got injured, Kolasinac would have been the one to come in. Niles would have not come in that position. He would have been the one to come in. So if he comes on, you just have to support him because, I mean, he's still here. And I don't think any team will get him. Ramsey was a good goal, but the defending was poor. Yep, we allowed the Bailey to run and run and run. Only real error was White and Gabriel not getting a block on that Ramsey goal. But apart from that, they put up so many blocks, especially Ben White. But ultimately, I think the last concentration for a few seconds, they kept it 49 minutes and lost it for 1. We can't complain. If Watkins scored that long throw, I can assure you again, Arsenal when it gets to 3-2, I do not trust Arsenal to stay concentrated. But those are the old players. I do not know about Tomiyasu and Ben White. Maybe they have a different mentality. Mikel has seen what happens when Pepe doesn't take corners. Hopefully, he asks Pepe to let someone else take them. I mean, I can even change that comment too. Mikel has seen what happens when Pepe doesn't play. Because without Pepe today, we played way better than we played with Pepe the other day. I do not know if it's because he holds on to the ball too much. I do not know if it's because Crystal Palace stand up more than Aston Villa today. Listen, Pepe is still going to be in our plans this season. I'm not saying sell him or no, don't play him. But Pepe needs to see the way Saka plays and the way Smith Rowe plays. Very, very good. Like Smith Rowe and Saka way ahead of him right now. Saka is playing like the 70 million pound player, 72 million. And Pepe is playing like the one who's just come from the academy. So speaking of the academy, I think the academy team won by 3-0 today. Balogun did score a goal as well. I'll do a reaction for that. I love Ramsdale so much, my keeper. Brilliant signing, man. Brilliant signing. Canon Fodder says, yo, Glenn, 3 points, the most important thing. I mean, I agree. 3 points, that's all we need. That's all we need. 4 points from 2 games, Crystal Palace, Aston Villa. We did expect 3 points against Crystal Palace and 1 point against Aston Villa. So a bit same thing. Phone background. Oh yeah, for the Martinez crying. Yeah, that should be. You should have that as your wallpaper on your phone. Martinez crying. I want to frame that picture of Martinez on my wall. He had Emile open and decided to pass the ball. The Villa defense, I'm concerned, but I think he will soon fit properly and start scoring and assisting. So I'll come back to 6 games now. So I'll come back to more of your comments. Let's get into the second half. I wrote so many notes today. Like I usually write every single note every single minute. Today I wrote 3 pages. Against Manchester City, I did not write anything on the book because we never had the ball the entire 90 minutes. So coming into the second half, Aston Villa actually changed their formation. They moved from a back 5 to a back 4. They brought in Bailey for Tuanzebe, and they were going attacking, Let's try and get these 2 goals and make it 2-2. In the 50th minute, I was talking about the Ben White block. What a block from him. I think it was a shot from Watkins or something. It was going in. Ramsdale was not seeing that, so what a block from Ben White. Ben White, I mean, you guys, let the opposition fans, let the banter, let those guys talk bad about Ben White. But don't you talk bad about Ben White. These guys need our support. I've seen so many Arsenal fans talking bad about Ben White, Ramsdale. Let the Man U fans do that. Let the Man City fans do that. Let the Tottenham fans do that. Don't do that. Yes, I know he was about to give a penalty against Kane against Tottenham. I know he almost gave away a penalty against Burnley or put Ramsdale in some tough position in that game. But there's advantages. There's disadvantages we'll see. He's been at Arsenal for just like 2 months. There's advantages we'll see. There's disadvantages we'll see. He'll not be perfect for his first season. He'll definitely not be perfect for his first season. But until now, have we had more bad performances than good or more good performances than bad from Ben White? I can say against Brentford, bad. Against Burnley, middle. Against Norwich, good. Against Tottenham, good. Against which other game today, good. Against Crystal Palace, maybe bad. So there's been more good performances than bad, but you have to give him time. It's only been 9 games in the Premier League season. I know it's 50 million, but Kepa was 75 million. He doesn't play for Chelsea. This guy, Pepe, 72 million. You've not seen the best from him. So just give Ben White time. We'll see good things from him. We saw some blocks from him today. The run he made in the first half, very, very brilliant. The long balls are good from him. So why not forget about focusing on the negatives? Let's try and focus on the positives. I know he did not defend well against Eduardo on Monday, but I'll decide not to look at that. Yes, in the training ground, try and work on that. But for today, I'll try and give him more confidence and tell him, you know what, today you played really well. I need to see more performances from you like that. In the 56th minute, Smith Rowe got a pass. And can we talk a goal? And can we talk about the pass from Aubameyang? Brilliant again, the same as the North London derby. Very good pass from Aubameyang. Those quick transitioning is what I want to see from Aubameyang. The one thing we've been saying about Aubameyang the past since last season is that he doesn't get involved in the play. If he doesn't score, we don't see him. But that has not been true for the last 4 or 5 games. I've been seeing Aubameyang involved in the game. Against Crystal Palace, he made so many tackles, so many 1-2 passes with Lacazette. Against Tottenham, he was involved in the game. That is what I want to see from Aubameyang. get involved in the game. And that pass to Smith Rowe was great. And I also have him in my FPL team. It doesn't help that he missed a penalty. That's -2, but he got me a goal and an assist. So I'll take that. So that pass to Smith Rowe, what a pass, and good finish from Smith Rowe. I know maybe it was a deflection or something, but a goal is a goal. How many goals has Smith Rowe scored already this season? Tottenham today, and even since January, Smith Rowe has actually added some goals to his game. He scored against Chelsea and Stamford Bridge last season. Things you love to see. If Smith Rowe can get goals, yes, I need like 15 goals from Aubameyang. Since Lacazette has not been playing, I need at least 10 goals from Lacazette. But from Saka, Smith Rowe, Pepe, and Odegaard combined, I need like 22 to 25 goals, and that's like 7 from Saka. I need another like 7, 8 goals from Smith Rowe this season. Pepe, I wanted like 10, but he started quietly this season. Odegaard, I need at least 5 or 6 goals from him. We cannot just depend on Aubameyang and Lacazette to score the goals. We need these players to get the goals as well. So Smith Rowe getting these goals really, really helps the team. Against Brighton, he was unlucky not to get a goal. Against Norwich, he was unlucky, but he's getting himself into very, very good positions. And he gave us that goal to make it 3-0. So I was really, really happy with that. After that, we were thinking, you know what, this is comfortable. What the hell is Aston Villa? This is very, very comfortable, but I mean, we cannot dominate the game for 90 minutes. Ramsdale had to make a brilliant save in the 61st minute. John's man of the match. Aubameyang picked up a yellow card in the 65th minute. Odegaard had to come on for Lacazette in the 66th minute. Hopefully, he's not that seriously injured. Aubameyang again took a very, very incredible shot that Martinez saved again. That is the Aubameyang I know. Get a chance, turn in, and shoot. Aubameyang of Brentford, if he played Aubameyang of the end of last season against Villarreal, Aubameyang wouldn't have done that because that was a very, very low confident Aubameyang. Very, very non-confident Aubameyang at all. But this season I've seen is confident. I mean, Aubameyang has scored goals. I don't know about you guys. You've been talking about Vardy and Ronaldo. I'm pretty sure Aubameyang has gotten almost 10 goals this season. He scored a hat-trick in the Carabao Cup, scored against Tottenham, Norwich today, Crystal Palace. I mean, he has scored goals. He has scored goals this season. So at least already better than what we started with last season. He's been better than the start of last season. So let's hope he can keep on scoring. Niles came on for Lokonga. Not sure about that. I would have brought in maybe Martinelli, but yeah, he was going midfield for midfield. We were 3-0 up. Just show it up. Don't let them score a goal. But Ramsey did score a brilliant goal for them to make it 3-1. Luiz also picked up a yellow card, Douglas Luiz, for throwing the ball on the referee's face. Tavares had a foul throw. Maybe that takes away 1 point in the player ratings. He actually had a foul throw. I thought we forgot about that with Bellerin, but Tavares actually made a foul throw. And Gabriel Martinelli came in for Aubameyang. I was screaming for him to get 3. He almost went through one-on-one with the goalkeeper, but it was a good tackle from McGinn. So that is how the game went for the 90 minutes. We dominated most of it in terms of shots. I think the last time I checked, we had like 27 shots. I'm not sure we added any more shots, but that was great. If you can take those number of shots at home, great. Again, don't listen to the scores, don't listen to the Owens, don't listen to the commentators, because they will make it look like Arsenal did not even play today and it's just an ordinary win that Arsenal should be getting. Yes, it is, but they'll not compliment us. I had the commentators saying, yes, they won today, but, maybe they'll face tough opposition in the future. You guys are the same people who are just saying Aston Villa is a better team than Arsenal at the beginning of the game. Now they're saying, maybe Aston Villa, the teams like Liverpool will come here. Other teams like Crystal Palace will come here and dominate Arsenal. So the fear factor at Arsenal is still not that much. Teams will still come here and win. Screw you, man, on whatever you have to say. Go to hell with it. So forget about what the commentators are saying. Take the game as you saw it, as you watched it. Take the advantages as you watched it. Take the disadvantages as you watched it. Forget about what Heskey will say or what Carragher will say. They'll not compliment Arsenal. Forget about that. They'll make it like Arsenal did not play today. Let's see. Ramsdale, White, Emile, Saka soon enough will have 4 English internationals. Southgate was watching the game. Maybe we'll see them in Qatar in a year. I mean, from this form, I think you have to see people like Emile, Saka. Ramsdale will definitely be there because for the goalkeepers, I'm not sure the other goalkeepers will really outperform him. Ben White, we have to wait and see. But I do think Ben White is almost on the same level as McGinn, if not better. I don't think McGinn is that good of a defender to be playing for England. I do not think so. Seriously, do not think McGinn is that good of a defender. Only we can go from a losing streak to an unbeaten streak. Yep. 6 games could easily be 10 games, but again, it could easily be 3 losses in a row with Arsenal. You never know. We are going to win the league. Maybe not if we beat Crystal Palace, then I would have been singing that. Odegaard, I'm worried about right now. He was mostly invisible besides that awful lob pass. I mean, let's just give him time. Let's give him time. Maybe, I don't know, it's obviously worrying that he doesn't turn up against Crystal Palace and Brighton, because you probably won't turn up against Liverpool. Those guys will be on your case. The Hendersons and Van Dijk wouldn't let you have the ball, but let's see. Obviously, he was very good in the first few games of the season. Let's not forget he won us the game against Burnley. There's still been some brilliant performances from Odegaard. You are allowed 2 bad performances. Odegaard gave us all 3 points. Let's not forget this game. Odegaard gave us all 3 points against Burnley with that free kick. Odegaard was almost the man of the match against Tottenham with the passes he was making to Saka and Smith Rowe. So I know 2-3 poor games, but he also had 3-4 good games at the beginning of the season. See, Carragher was actually bigging up Arsenal. I mean, I can assure you, Ben, he was saying it with some pain in his heart. He did not mean it. He was saying it with some pain in his heart, he did not mean it, definitely. But I mean, you get it. Not all of them, but 90% of them will not big up Arsenal. They'll just say, Aston Villa was an easy game for them. They were waiting for Aston Villa to make that comeback. Keep up the good work. Thank you, Kamara. I also dropped Emile for Saka. I'm telling you, Glenn, I'm literally the worst FPL player. I think you should have both of them. 2-0 versus Leicester, 3-0 versus Watford. I don't think we'll keep a clean sheet against Leicester. They're very attacking. And Vardy's pace, we've struggled against Vardy's pace over the years, but hey, we did not have Gabriel and Ben White. We did not have Tomiyasu. Maybe these are the guys to sort him out. I think Vardy has scored 11 goals against us. Thank you, Yusuf, doing bits for my fantasy. Smith Rowe, yeah, they've been very, very good. Even in FPL, just like the pundits on Sky and BT and all that. If you hear all the FPL experts, they'll never tell you to have Arsenal players. But I've had Aubameyang for 5 weeks and he scored more goals than Lukaku. That's a fact. That's the fact. He has scored more goals than Lukaku. That's a fact. Arsenal attack was alive today, says Ochelli. I'm very happy Partey got a goal tonight. Yeah. The moment you get the first one, you can start getting more. The second one comes easy. The third one comes easy. It always comes easy as well. Raymond says, I've always been saying that I should use Lacazette and Aubameyang, and you all see today how it works. I actually thought you can only use those two when you're playing a back 5, but with a back 4 today, it actually worked. With a back 5, you can have both of them at the front, Odegaard or Smith Rowe behind them, and then you'll need Tierney and Tomiyasu, whoever is playing at right wing back, to really work. You'd really need those guys to work and give you the width, because when you play Aubameyang and Lacazette up front, you do not have wingers. The moment you play Aubameyang, if you're playing a back 5 and you play Aubameyang and Lacazette, unless you play Saka as the right wing back, you cannot have Pepe, Saka, Smith Rowe, Odegaard. You'll only have to choose 2 from the 4. So it was good to see the both of them working very great today. And it was also great to see Aubameyang and Lacazette on the pitch together, and Aubameyang not on the left wing defending throughout the game. That's what we saw last season. Aubameyang defending and defending and defending. They were actually the both of them playing as the strikers, and Lacazette was almost playing as a number 10 just in behind Aubameyang. So he needs to improve on his penalties though. Tommy, the few mistakes early on, but good performance. I mean, better than Crystal Palace though. The tackling, the way he runs forward with the ball, I love it. Tactically, can admit that Tomiyasu is surely better than Cedric, right? He's better than what we've had the last few years. Very definitely better than what we've had for the last few years. Let's see. Accidentally judging by last season. Never thought I'd say this again, but Aubameyang Kane, he's been better than him this season. White is a good defender, and I really like him. But the 50 million price tag, yes, it was. I won't say it wasn't. But if Pepe is 70 million, White is 100. Then White would have been around maybe 30 to 35 million, but 50 million because he went to the Euros, 50 million because, he's English, 50 million because he had a very good season at Brighton, 50 million because he was voted the best player at Brighton last season ahead of Bissouma, the kind of players we wanted. So that's why his price went to 50 million. But again, you can also think Arsenal got 35 million for Iwobi. 35 million for Iwobi. We literally stole money from Everton. We got 20-something million for Willock. What has Willock done since he went back to Newcastle? But hey, I'm saying that, but Willock will be playing with Mbappe and Haaland with all the money that is coming in at Newcastle. better than playing with El Neni for sure for him. So yeah, the tactical says definitely. So who have you guys voted as your man of the match? Who have you guys voted as your man of the match? And was there any player today that did not impress you? Was there any player that did not impress you? So positives from today, I'll say again, another solid defensive performance. Although he conceded a goal, it was a solid defensive performance. Ramsdale is looking good. Anytime they get past the defenders, Ramsdale is there. There was Tomiyasu again. I think he was great. Tavares was brilliant. Gabriel and Benoit are looking like the best partnership for us in years. Another positive was Tavares, obviously, coming in for his first start in an Arsenal shirt. What a performance. That was an 8+ performance. If he actually kept the clean sheet and if he got like an assist or something, I would have been giving him a 9 or something, but maybe I'd give him an 8 or something like that. Lokonga and Partey, I think out of all the games they've played together, this was probably the best. Yes, they did lose the ball a couple of times, but I like the way they are rotating. Partey was pushing forward, Lokonga was staying, and Lokonga was pushing forward, Partey was staying. The communication, that's what happens if you create an understanding. Then the other player would know, okay, Lokonga has gone forward, let me stay back. And I also love the fact that Tavares and Lokonga are not afraid to shoot the ball. Tavares shot the ball like 3 times today, same with Lokonga. That's what you need to do. Shoot the ball. Don't be afraid to shoot the ball. You'll never know. It can hit someone and going. Just try and shoot the ball. That's what you've seen with Partey. He has been trying and trying and trying. It has finally gone in. Possible Donny van de Beek to us in January. Would you guys like Donny van de Beek at Arsenal? Because I was calculating the players that will lose in January for the African Cup will be really short. And I actually heard that the players going to the African Cup, they are supposed to be leaving in January, but they will be needed to leave on Boxing Day. So that will be, they'll probably miss our Boxing Day fixtures, our fixture on the 28th of December. They'll also miss the fixture on New Year. That's because they need to travel to the country early on, and I think isolate for 1 week or something, so they'll be needed to leave early. So Aubameyang will be going in December, Thomas Partey will be going in December, Pepe will be going in December, the backup to Partey, El Neni will be going in December. So which players will we have to play during that difficult period? We are playing Man City on January 1st. How is that for a New Year welcome? No Aubameyang, no Partey, and then we play Manchester City on January 1st. That's awful. Manchester City only have Mahrez going to the African Cup. But you know who Man City are bringing in from the bench for Mahrez? De Bruyne. Who are we bringing in for Partey and El Neni? Maitland-Niles. No disrespect to Niles, but you see the gap. So we'll be missing a lot of players in January. So people like Donny van de Beek might have to help us during that period. But will United sell a player to Arsenal? I don't think so. Iwobi versus West Ham didn't play good at all. He has not played well at all the entire season. Macheli says Partey is my man of the match tonight. He was great. It was hard to include him on the poll because I literally feel like you could have like 5 or 6 players. Partey, Lokonga, Tavares, Ramsdale, even Benoit, even Aubameyang, like I said, I think all of them put up 7+ performances. That's why I'm super invested. You know what? So I'll do the player ratings on this video and then I'll edit it out and put it as a different video as well. So let's get to the player ratings. Let's get to the player ratings for this match. Let me know how's it going, what ratings you are going to be giving these players. So player ratings time. Let's do the player ratings. So obviously Ramsdale, we'll start with Ramsdale and then the fullbacks and then the center backs. So what would you give Ramsdale for today's performance? So how many saves did he make? He made a brilliant save. Was it from Watkins or Ings? One of those. Listen, he did not have that much to do, but let me tell you the one thing I love about Ramsdale. Every single time he saves the ball, he always hypes himself up. I love it. He's like, you know, did you guys see that I actually saved the ball? Did you guys see that? I love that from Ramsdale. It literally brings tears to my eyes when he does that. Like hugs everyone, like, you guys, I saved the ball. Can you imagine actually saving it? I absolutely love it from Ramsdale. So just for that gets him an extra point in the player ratings just for that. He always looks comfortable. I also always love how he communicates to the players, always talking to the defenders. He's not afraid of the defenders. That's what I want to see. Leno is not vocal. Martinez could be maybe a bit, but they're goalkeepers who usually used to give it to their defenders. People like Van der Sar back at United, they would not keep quiet. They do not care whether you're Vidic, whether you're Ferdinand. They'll actually give you the abuse for real. So Ramsdale for today's performance did not keep a clean sheet. So Just because he did not keep a clean sheet, if he kept a clean sheet, I would have given him an 8. But just because Ramsdale did not keep a clean sheet, unfortunately, that drops 1 point. So Ramsdale gets a 7 for today, just because he did not keep a clean sheet. If we kept a clean sheet, that would have been an 8. But automatically, we consider the goal. Usually, I drop every defender's points by 1 automatically. So Ramsdale gets a 7 for today. Ramsdale gets a 7 for today's performance. Let's see. The next one is let's start with Tomiyasu. I don't know. I know Ramsdale was a bit better than him. Ramsdale is 7 going towards 8, but Tomiyasu is just 7, strictly 7. I'm going to give Tomiyasu a 7. I love his tackling. I love the way he always asks for every ball. He always asks the referee for every single decision. He's not afraid. I'm not even sure he's that great at English. He knows how to speak English, but I don't think he's that great. But I always see him communicating. Always love it. Always love to see it. He's very good at his positioning as a defender. That's what I want to see from my fullback. Be good at your positioning. If you're good at your positioning, know when to go forward, know when to come back. He pushed forward so many times today, especially in the first half. Could have taken the shots. I got confused himself a bit, but I'm giving him a 7 today as well. Another very, very good performance. Another very good performance from Tomiyasu. I mean, let's be honest, he's been great this season. He's been better than Bellerin. He's been better than Cedric. He's definitely an upgrade. So Tomiyasu gets a 7. As I said, if they kept a clean sheet, probably would have been an 8 or something. And that applies to Nuno Tavares as well. So Tavares would have been a 9, but since we lost the clean sheet, Tavares gets an 8 for today. Again, magnificent performance from him. That is the first time he's starting for Arsenal. The pressing was great. Like, he was running all over the place. He was overlapping so many times. He was always creating that option for Smith Rowe and Aubameyang to give the pass to. He's crossing, like, he was not messing around. He was tackling. He did have that foul throw, though. Like, I do not want to see that against the Uniteds and the Liverpools. But for a fast starter to fill in Tierney's boots is not easy. Tierney is one of the best left backs in the world, and trying to fill in that position is not easy at all. So Tavares, for his first start against Buendia, against Matikash, I was expecting the worst. Like, for his first game, it could easily go wrong for him, and every single fan will be like, is this the guy you signed? Tavares is absolutely crap. Tavares is useless. Sell him. Why are we signing these players for 7 million? You all know what you're going to get if he performs poorly. So it was great to see him performing well today. So Tavares gets an 8 for today. Let me see. Tactical says Ramsdale 8 good saves and aerial control with a lovely pass out to the halfway line. Yep, I forgot to point that out as well. He seems like a big brother to White and Gabriel. Funny enough, he's almost like a small brother, but he's actually big. But if you look at Ramsdale, he looks like he's 14 years of age. Cookie says Ramsdale 8. The goal wasn't his fault, so I'll still give him an 8. Okay. Tomiyasu 7. Good game, a few mistakes. Tomiyasu 7. Love the way he pushes forward and his tackles are brilliant. Yep. Tavares 9. He was driving forward really well. He's incredible. Good pressing, great overlap, all of that. Good crossing, good tackling. We have an incredible backup. Tavares 8.5. He was beautiful on the right. So tactical, I'll push you to remove the 0.5. So would you give him an 8 or a 9? If you're forced to drop it down to an 8 or push it up to a 9, what did you give him? So those are the ratings for the fullbacks and the goalkeeper. Next up, let's go to Gabriel. Gabriel has been like a new signing this season for us. Like, that Pablo Mari performance against Lukaku, that was painful to watch. Since then, Lukaku has only scored 2 goals. So he had it so easy against Pablo Mari on that day. I do not think he would have had it that easy against Gabriel on that day. So Gabriel has been really immense. The clearing is very good at aerial balls. Against Crystal Palace, that Lacazette goal in the last minute, it came from Gabriel winning the header when he had pushed forward. So Gabriel has been really immense for us this season. Same as last season. I said last season, Gabriel was one of the main reasons we won at Stamford Bridge. One of the main reasons we won at Old Trafford after like 15 years or something, because of the attitude, of the character, of the tackling. I had Ben White's interview the other day, and he said him and Gabriel do not even communicate because Gabriel does not understand a word of English. So Ben White and Gabriel do not talk ever because they do not understand each other. But they're keeping clean sheet after clean sheet. We lost our clean sheet in the 80th minute against Tottenham. We lost our clean sheet today in the 80th minute as well. So Gabriel has been really, really immense. Could have been an 8, but since he lost the clean sheet, Gabriel is going to get a 7 for today. I won't fault him for anything else. I did not see him giving away the ball. He did not pick up a yellow card. He did not commit silly fouls or anything like that. So Gabriel gets a 7 for today, mainly because he lost the clean sheet and it was in and around his position. So Gabriel gets a 7 for today. That means his partner Ben White gets a 7, but both of them get a 7. But I think Ben White had a better performance than Gabriel. His long balls, his run from defense to the midfield to striking, he blocked the ball like twice or 3 times. He was magnificent today. One of his best performances in Arsenal shirt. So Ben White gets a 7, a higher 7 than Gabriel. So shout out to him. I wish we can keep this defense intact. They've played so many games together now already consistently. If we can do that with the goalkeeper as well, all of a sudden Ramsdale will now know, you know what, Ben White will do this, or Gabriel will move to this position. Let me pass the ball here because Tomiyasu I know is going to be here. But if you're playing with Tomiyasu today and then tomorrow it's Cedric and then tomorrow you're playing with Kolasinac, you did not even know Kolasinac was at Arsenal, but you're playing with him tomorrow. Then tomorrow you're back to playing with Cedric. Then tomorrow someone is injured. Then Tavares is playing. Then Tierney is back playing as a center back. And then tomorrow is playing as a left wing back. All that gets so confusing. So if you can get Gabriel, Ben White, Tomiyasu, Tierney back in the team and Ramsdale playing every single game together, then you can start seeing Arsenal conceding 1 goal at most in many games. We'll not be conceding 3 or 4 every single game. So Ben White gets a 7 for today. So the defense, Ramsdale gets an 8. Tavares, did I say no? Ramsdale, did I say Ramsdale 8? No, I'm pretty sure I gave Ramsdale. I don't even remember what I said about Ramsdale, but I gave Ben White a 7, Gabriel a 7, Tavares an 8. So I've not done Tomiyasu. So I've done Tomiyasu. This is so confusing. I'm so happy I'm confusing myself. I am so happy I'm confusing myself. So I gave Ramsdale a 7. I'm positive I gave Ramsdale a 7. I gave Tomiyasu a 7. I gave Tavares an 8. I gave Gabriel a 7. I gave Ben White a 7 as well. So those are the defenders. Those are the defenders. Let's see, 9. Wow, Tavares gets a 9. Okay. Tavares can back up both full-back positions. He worked well on both feet. Gabriel, 7, the amount of tackles and headers won was great. He had the attackers call him daddy for 90 minutes. Can you imagine pocketing not only Ings, but also Watkins? It's great. It's really great. Gabriel, 7, good tackling, good headers, good passing, gets an 8 if he can prevent that Ramsey goal. Yeah, a bit spot on. Ben White, nice passing and blocking and taking the ball to the midfield was great to see. Absolutely, absolutely. So we need to see more of that from him. But the media will not tell you about that. They'll only tell you about the mistake Ben White did the other day. They'll not tell you about the performance he had today. That's how the media will talk about Ben White. So let's get into midfield. Again, today I think the midfield was superb. Today I think the midfield was superb. Partey got us a goal. He was immense in midfield. Partey for today, he is going to get an 8. Thomas Partey gets an 8. What a performance. I'm so happy for him getting his first Arsenal goal. So happy for him. That's what you need. The moment you get your first goal, you can start getting your second and your third from there, and it becomes easier. But when you go 2-3 seasons without scoring a goal, you start doubting yourself. So Thomas Partey gets an 8 for today. Absolutely brilliant performance. Absolutely immense in the middle. Him and Lokonga playing together was great. I think Partey was the one who was brought after the match. I had him talking about how he's enjoying playing next to Partey. So that's good to hear. That's good to hear. They can communicate. He's almost like a big brother. He's almost like a mentor for Lokonga playing in that midfield position together. And he scored a very good header. I did not even know Partey is that good at headers because he also won another one in the second half. So Partey at corners, we actually do have a threat at corners with Thomas Partey. So Thomas Partey gets an 8 for today. Lokonga was really, really good. I'm tempted to give him the same as Partey, but he did not score anything like that. So Partey getting a goal gets him an extra point. So Lokonga I'm going to give a 7, but again, this was better than what he gave us against Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace, he looked a bit lost. He looked a bit, it was easy to bully him off the ball. McCarthy was having his ways with him. Gallagher was having his way with him. Tactically, say the strikers were calling Gabriel daddy today. Yeah, on Monday, the Lokonga was calling Gallagher daddy on Monday, unfortunately. So it was great to see him improving on his performance today. starting the game. And I cannot say his one name. I have to say all his names. Albert Sambi Lokonga. I love saying all his names. And I do not care how long it takes me, but Lokonga gets a 7 for today. Just needs to start hitting the shots on target, just like Partey, on target. If they start shooting on target, we'll be getting a lot of goals from our midfield. So Lokonga gets a 7 for me today. And one of my favorite Arsenal players at the moment, the guy who was playing ahead of them, Emile Smith-Rowe. Now, Lokonga gets a 7, Smith-Rowe gets a 7, but Smith-Rowe gets a 7 going to an 8. Like, Smith-Rowe has been magnificent for me this season. I think if we were to average everyone's performance in the first 9 games and give them out of 10, Ramsdale would get an 8, Tomiyasu would get an 8, Gabriel would be in and around 8s and 9s there. But Smith-Rowe would probably be our best attacking player this season. So I think out of all the 9 games, he has still been better than Saka. He has still been better than Odegaard, than Aubameyang. Smith-Rowe makes things happen. Emile Smith-Rowe makes things happen. And that's what I love about him. Also, sometimes I even feel like he's overworking too much, and I get afraid about the injuries. I feel like he's overworking too much, but he's been great. He's been great so far this season, and also today, very, very good. Why am I giving Smith-Rowe a 7? Excuse me. He actually did score a goal. What am I talking about? Smith-Rowe gets an 8. What am I talking about? 7. Smith-Rowe got the goal that made us comfortable in the game. Smith-Rowe gets an 8. I really apologize, Smith-Rowe. I just remember the third goal. I was like, who the hell scored our third goal? Smith-Rowe gets an 8. Apologies for that. Smith-Rowe gets an 8. He scored a goal. 7, if he didn't score a goal, he gets an extra point for getting us the goal. A very good goal as well. Very energetic, pushing forward from the left side. I love the fact that he's comfortable using his left and right foot. Smith-Rowe gets an 8. I am sorry, Emile, you definitely get an 8 today. It was great to see you getting on the score sheet today, Smith-Rowe. You get an 8. Absolutely get an 8. So those are the 3 midfielders. Partey gets an 8, Lokonga gets a 7, Smith-Rowe gets an 8. So those are my ratings for the midfielders. Lokonga 7, amazing performance. Lokonga 8, good control. Looked to really want that goal. I mean, if you don't win the midfield battle, you lose the game. That's the most important position for me in the game, the midfield. You have to win the midfield battle. And I love his desire to commit for the team, to do his absolute best. Brilliant play, incredible signing. Smith-Rowe 9. You know what? I'm tempted, but I don't know, because I understand he also got an assist for the corner. A brilliant corner. We're just talking about corners. I'll still give him an 8, but it's an 8 heading to an 8.5. Let me just put it like that. It's an 8 heading to 8.5. So he was still brilliant. He was still absolutely brilliant. Smith-Rowe 9 corners, link up play with Aubameyang assist, lovely control and pace with the ball with his goal. Yep, brilliant. I thought he seemed to be enjoying the games with Lacazette and Saka, but I think he's even playing really well with Aubameyang this season. The Tottenham game today, they've been playing really, really well together. 10, goal and an assist, good dribbling, great touch from the Aubameyang assist, great corner on the goal for Partey, and very energetic, pushing forward on both feet, doing everything we need. You know what? I'm going to give him an 8, but I don't mind any of you giving him a 9. Very, very good performance. Smith-Rowe 10, a bit too high, Cookie, but 9, I not complain about that. He was magnificent once again. I mean, him and Odegaard play almost the same role, but Smith-Rowe gives you so much more. He can use both feet. He has the pace. He can move to the left. He can go to the right. Very, very good player. I watched the under-23s last December. That's only like 8 months, 9 months ago. Smith-Rowe was playing for the Arsenal under-23s. Last December, he was playing for the Arsenal under-23s. And now he's controlling our midfield. I mean, one of the best, like, find for us. Like, I cannot even believe we sent him to Huddersfield on loan. He's been great for us. Smith-Rowe has been absolutely great for us. What do you think about Emi Martinez, though? He's been really consistent. Can you tell me what I'll give Martinez for today in a rating? This is what I'd give Martinez for today in a rating. I do not care about Martinez. My goalkeeper is Ramsdale. My goalkeeper is Leno. I do not care about Martinez. But to answer your question, what is the question again about Martinez? What do you think about Martinez, though he's been really consistent? I mean, from the unbiased, I do not hate him. I do not hate him, by the way. I still follow him online. I still follow him. I still like his pictures. I still wish him all the best because he was at Arsenal for quite a long time. So I respect anyone who's been at Arsenal for a long time. Same applies to Bellerin. Until he started saying he does not want to come to Arsenal, then we'll start having a problem. He's been consistent. I do not think Aston Villa's defense is great, but I do think their goalkeeper is brilliant. I will still never understand why we got rid of him and then we're still going to sell Leno after a few months. I still will never understand that. But he has been great. He has been, I think I definitely have him in the top 5 goalkeepers. My top 5 Premier League goalkeepers, I'm not going to put any Arsenal goalkeepers there, just to be unbiased. I think Ederson is my first goalkeeper, just because Ederson can actually play in midfield. If you put Ederson, if you give him the number 9 and you put him up front, his quality is brilliant. Like, Ederson can pass a ball and he can save a shot. So Ederson is my best goalkeeper. Probably Alisson would get second. Martinez would be in and around in there as well. Edouard Mendy, obviously, of Chelsea, saved them so many points. He won them the Champions League within one season. And also, David Raya of Brentford has been brilliant this season. That shot he saved from Pepe on the first day, since then, he's been great. He's been great. So my top 5 at the moment, without mentioning any Arsenal goalkeepers: Ederson, Alisson, Edouard Mendy, Raya, and what did I forget again? Who have Martinez. Those are the 5. I know De Gea has saved United so much this season, but hey, if you get 20 shots towards you, you'll probably have to save 10 and it'll make you look good. United's defense is terrible. They've conceded in every single game. We don't talk about him, not since he's been talking smack about the club. 6 saves. He made 6 saves. I saw in terms of FPL, I saw he still got the bonus points. I don't hate him. I just wish he could stop attacking the club. I mean, he's obviously feeling himself, maybe not in the bad way, but all the best to him. I'm happy he's doing good for himself. He had to really wait for his chance at Arsenal. So next up, let's go to the forwards. Let's go to Saka. Saka did not, let me find out first. Saka did not score a goal today, right? He did not score a goal. Did he assist today? No. That was Smith Rowe. That was Aubameyang. And that was, so he did not assist today, Saka. Did he? He did not assist. Help me be sure with that. I did not want to give him a rating before me. So Partey's goal was from Smith Rowe. Aubameyang's goal was from Aubameyang winning the penalty. So Saka did not really give us any goal or assist contribution. Should really have scored a goal. Martinez saved the shot, but I don't think I could give Saka and Smith Rowe the same. So I'm going to give Saka 7. But again, he was great. I think he was very great. If we can keep Saka and Smith Rowe fit for the entire season, we should definitely get the top 6. I do not want to go to the top 4, but we should definitely get the top 6. If these players remain fit and get the goals they need to get, he's going to get a 7 for me for today. He's going to be a brilliant, brilliant player, this guy. Like, he's literally the first player on the list for Southgate, and he's 20 years of age. He's ahead of Greenwood at England. Maybe Foden is a bit ahead of him, but he's great. He's very, very good. Saka has been magnificent. They saved Arsenal. Arsenal was going to be relegated last season, but Saka and Smith Rowe saved us. Saka and Smith Rowe saved the whole club. So we probably even owe them Arsenal. Like, they own Arsenal. They should have 10% shares at Arsenal because they saved us. They saved Arsenal, basically, him and Smith Rowe. 5-6 saves average for Martinez. I mean, I think the defense, you also need to look at the defense. They allow so many shots, because even Tim Krul at Norwich, I think he saves like 8 shots per game, but that's because the defense allows him too much. But he's a great goalkeeper in the top 5 for sure. Saka 7 says RK. We signed him from South America 10 years ago. Yeah, Martinez, very, 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 very loyal. He was there he went to Getafe on loan. He was sent to Reading on loan. He was sent to another team on loan. So many teams went out on loan. I still remember the 7-5 when Shamak scored 2 goals. You guys remember Shamak? Martinez was playing in that game and he was awful. So seeing him improving after that, he was really, really good. So, and he stayed here being made a ball, and that's how he worked his magic last season. Saka 7, good, but not a goal or assist, so can't give higher. I see Arsenal finish 5th or 6th. I mean, that would not be bad. I'd definitely take that. We have such a young team, one of the lowest in terms of, youngest in terms of average age in the Premier League. So, yeah, let's go to, we've done Saka. We've done, let's go to the strikers. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, the guy that many of you are saying sell him. I can assure you I've never said sell Aubameyang. I do not think he became a useless striker overnight. Do we still need better strikers over the next 2 years when he's 34, 35? Definitely, but he can still get goals. He's gotten 7 or 8 already this season. So I'm going to give Aubameyang an 8. He missed the penalty, yes, but he got the rebound. Good finish from the rebound, as you can see. And the assist to Smith Rowe was superb. That assist to Smith Rowe was absolutely super. That one touch with the right foot flick, that was very good, because he could easily have just taken the ball on his control and tried to turn or something and run. And I was also happy to see him trying to take the shots outside the box, the curling shots, the passing, the work rate was also great today. So Aubameyang for today is going to get an 8. I mean, if you were to judge Aubameyang from the last 5-6 games, I mean, he scored against Norwich. That's what he needs to do. He scored the winning goal. He scored against Tottenham. He was brilliant with Smith Rowe in that game as well. He did his job in that game. He did his job against Crystal Palace. He scored a goal. He did his job today, maybe not in scoring the penalty, but the rebound, he did his job. So I'm going to give Aubameyang an 8 for today. I cannot fault him at all. I did not see him doing anything crazy apart from the yellow card maybe, but apart from that, he was great again today. So I know he did not turn up he was even sick for Brentford, he did not play. I know he did not turn up for Chelsea, he did not turn up for City. There's a picture I'll never forget, the game after City. We looked like we were finished. We were bottom of the table. The captain looked lost. Our players looked lost. This picture was from the game against City. Look at Aubameyang. That's our captain. He's supposed to be talking to players, but his head was down, just like Odegaard behind him, just like Smith Rowe behind him. It's great to see this Aubameyang back. I want to see this Aubameyang. Happy Aubameyang. I also want to see the Aubameyang with this hairstyle you see on screen. That hairstyle. That hairstyle is okay. But the Aubameyang from Monday, Aubameyang, I'm not a fan of that hairstyle, Aubameyang. So if he had that hairstyle today, I would have given him a 7. I'm not a fan of that hairstyle, Aubameyang. Just keep that one. This one is absolutely horrible on you. Just keep the one we are used to. Just keep the one on screen right now, please, Aubameyang. So he's going to get an 8, because if he changes his hairstyle back to that, I'm going to scream sell Aubameyang. Saka 7, good, but not a goal or assist, so he can't get given higher. I agree. They have done that one. They have been in good form lately. Pan really hopes so. Partey is the man of the match, says Laban. Saka 7, he was good fighting off Mings, but should have scored. Yeah, not easy fighting those kind of players. They all want to injure him for no reason. And they play together in England. Within 2-3 years, we need to get top 4, but this year just need to get into Europe. 2-3 years. I'd keep it at 2 at maximum. I don't want us to go without Europa League for another season. I do not want us to go without Champions League for another 2+ seasons. Now we need to get back there very, very soon. Remember, things usually change. AC Milan used to be great. They're not that great this time. Recently, Real Madrid used to be good with Barcelona. Barcelona are really struggling. I'm pretty sure if we met Barcelona today, we actually have a chance of smashing them. How many times did we say that about Barcelona? So teams will not be great forever. So maybe Chelsea and Liverpool will not dominate for the next 10 years straight away. Maybe it will reach their time where they'll drop off a bit. They'll change managers. Klopp will leave Liverpool. So I'm hoping the next 2 years is when we'll be back up there. Aubameyang, 8 world-class performance, good goal, and even better assist. Rather be winning Conference League or reaching semi-finals Europa League. Don't understand that, so I'm sorry. Do you rather win Conference League or reaching semi-finals? Okay, so would I rather win the Conference League? I do not want to win the Conference League, man. Over there, you play against teams that do not even have badges on Google. Like if you search for they do not even have a badge or a logo on Google. That's the kind of teams you're playing against. The team that smashed Roma yesterday by 6-1. It's from Norway. It's called Bordeaux Glimt. I actually do play the Norwegian FPL as well. So I know the teams from there, Molde, Bordeaux, Haugesund, and those kind of teams. But are you hearing those teams? Teams like Partizan, HJK, Helsinki, Potterborn, Maribor, such kind of teams, I mean, cooking something, those kind of teams in the Conference League are not teams you should. So I'd rather reach the Europa League semi-final than winning the Conference League. I don't think anyone will take notice of you winning the Conference League at all. So even if Tottenham do it this season, even their own fans will be like, yes, we've won the trophy. But I mean, no one cares about the Conference League. So Aubameyang gets an 8. Let's see. I hope you guys can still hear me. Something has happened on the screen. I've been relying on Roma beating Spurs in conference, but currently it looks like both teams may get grouped. I have no idea what happened here. I'm experiencing a mark type of session on United Stand. League Champions 2024, mark my words. Wait, I hope you guys can still hear me. Oh yeah, you can still hear me. Something has happened on screen, no idea. Let's keep going though. 20 years on from now, from the Invincible, 20 years from the Invincible time, yeah. Great times, man. Great times, man. Henry, Perez. So that's all the players in the starting lineup. Next up, we have to do the bench. No, did I rate Lacazette? I did not do Lacazette. So let's do Lacazette. Lacazette, since he only got 60 minutes, I'm going to give him a 7. I'm going to give Lacazette a 7 for today. Obviously, did not score assist, but again, I think he adds something we do not have on the team. The fight, the character, I always see him vibing up the crowd, motivating the fellow players, is always going to the referee. If something happens, we need someone to be talking to the referee because we've been disrespected for too long. So Lacazette gets a 7 for today. Did not score. Hopefully he doesn't get injured because we still need him. Next up, we have Leicester. Leeds in the Carabao Cup, a competition I want us to get to the final. This is when we have to get to the Carabao Cup final because, we are not in Europe, so we need to get to the final of that competition. We also have Watford and Liverpool coming up, so we need Lacazette to be fit. So Lacazette gets a 7. Lacazette has never actually been, Lacazette has never been taken to France for such a long time. Is he that bad of a player? I really always want to understand that. So who came from the bench? Maitland-Niles, I'm going to give him a 6. I think he did a great job, a couple of good tackles. I'm going to give him a 6. Niles. Who else was on the pitch? Niles, who else came on today? Niles gets a 6. Odegaard, I mean, it's going to be an average 5. Did not have too much to do, did not do a lot at all anyway. So Odegaard gets a 5. Did you even really bring in anyone else? I think it would have been after the 80th minute, 90th minute, because we were still on 2 subs. I know Aubameyang went off, Martinelli came in. It has to be, man. Martinelli doesn't play that I even forget about him, man. He needs to start getting game time. So Martinelli gets a 5 for today. So let me see what you guys are. I literally just discovered a new template. I do not know how I got myself all the way at the bottom, but it's actually great that I discovered a new template just like that. Mateta should give Martinelli enough time to improve. I understand that, Laban. I do understand he should be coming on early. I do definitely agree with that. But in terms of starting, Saka and Smith-Rowe, I think, are a bit ahead of Martinelli. So can you really drop Saka and start Martinelli? I don't think so. Can you really drop Smith-Rowe and start Martinelli? They don't do the same job. Can you really drop Aubameyang and start Martinelli? I don't think so. You might argue if Lacazette didn't start today, then you can start Martinelli. But I don't think you can drop Saka or Smith-Rowe and start Martinelli. But hopefully, I'm not saying he should be on the bench throughout. No, he should definitely get a couple of starts here and there when Saka is resting. Thank you, RK. Why is Partey not in your nomination for the man of the match? I mean, as I said, I had like 7 players in mind, but you're only allowed to have 4 players in the chat. I'll still put another poll in the community tab for you guys to vote. I know Partey was brilliant. I had to put Aubameyang because he got a goal and an assist and he was great. I had to put Ramsdale because of the saves and stuff. So, yeah, I do not have a reason, but I know he was great. I know he was great again. No reason, just because they allowed 4 players on the chat. And like I said, 7 adds everything Pepe doesn't. Niles, 6, good performance. Odegaard, 5, a few bad games, but he's been great this season overall. So that takes us to the last rating, and that is Mikel Arteta. So the other day, I gave him, I think, an average 5 or something, but I'm going to give him an 8 today. I'm going to give Mikel Arteta an 8 for today. Starting lineup, I agree with. When you're facing teams like Aston Villa, you need 2 players in the pivot, so Lokonga and Partey. I'm really happy that Saka made this game. Also, the decision to bring in Ramsdale for Leno, and he's still sticking to that decision, I'm happy with. He did what I wanted him to do by bringing in Lacazette today. Lacazette starting, that was great. Both of them, and he did not actually ask Aubameyang to defend on the left side too much. He trusted Tavares. Tavares literally covered that left position by himself. So that was really, really good to see Tavares covering the whole left back position by himself. So all that was good. Maybe the only fault again was maybe not bringing in Martinelli early on. Pepe, don't think we needed him today. Niles for Lokonga, maybe. Okay, that's fine. I don't think Lokonga can play all those 90 minutes, a bit of pressure. We'll give him time. We need to give Lokonga time. But again, also starting Tavares, he could easily have said, you know what, let me start Cedric on the left, because we've seen Cedric playing on the left too many times. He could easily also have said, you know what, let's start Niles on the left, or let's turn to a back five and start Niles on the left, Tomiyasu on the right. But he went to the back with the 4. And again, I'm also happy that in the last 3 home games, we've managed to have quick starts. Tottenham, Crystal Palace, and today, we've managed to go on from quick starts. I know Crystal Palace, we dropped off at the 20th minute, but the last 3 home games, we've started out so well, so fast, quick, high tempo. So I'm happy with that. So he gets an 8 today, a big victory against Aston Villa, up to the upper echelons of the table, top 10, 9th position right now, 14 points. Everton have 14 points. I think United have 14 points. I think like 4 teams have 14 points. That's because of our goal difference. We still need to score more goals to improve our goal difference. So let me see what you guys are saying. At the 8, you'd have got a 9 if he served Martinelli on earlier. Even if he kept a clean sheet as well, maybe I would have given him a 9. At the 8, loved us today. At the 8, loved us today. I loved us Arsenal today. I thought you were saying Arteta loved us today. I was like, which team does this manage? Tactical loved Arsenal today. Plan was goated. His signings have been good. At the 8, so RK says at the 8. So to point to that again, XX Tactical, you're absolutely right. The signings that Edu and that staff made this season, Ramsdale average 8 or 9 out of 10 so far. Tomiyasu average 8 or 9 out of 10 so far. Ben White 7 out of 10 so far. Tavares, today's game, I mean, 8, 9. Most of you have even given him a 10. Lokonga has been great. I think he has more than Elneny. Elneny is a good guy, but Lokonga has more. Odegaard, as I said, I know he's not performed the last couple of games, but he's still done the job for the first 3 the games since Norwich, Burnley. He did the job. So I think his signings have been great. If I was to rate all the signings in one, it would be like a 7 or an 8. So that is great. That has been great. So I'll still post this as a different video, the player ratings. I really appreciate you guys' support. RK, I appreciate you being a member. XX Tactical, I appreciate you. Cookie as well, moderator, been supporting for a while. I appreciate it. Ekene, sorry I did not include Partey, but I'll include him in the community tab. You can head over there and vote for him in the next 30 minutes. I'll put up a poll on the community tab. Laban, thank you for joining in. Pan, thank you for watching. I appreciate it. The people watching on Facebook as well, I think you actually have more people watching on Facebook than YouTube, surprisingly. Facebook is not dead, guys. Facebook is still a good platform. Let me see. Ben, thank you for joining in. I'm looking for the guys on Facebook. Yeah, the likes of Ochelli and anyone else who joined, I really appreciate it. Make sure to smash the like button. We got the victory, guys. We got the victory. 3-1 win over Aston Villa. All we needed. Next up, we have Leeds on Tuesday. We are playing against Leeds on Tuesday, Carabao Cup. It's not an easy game to play against those guys. They are very high tempo, and Leicester over the weekend. So again, let's not forget Martinez cried today. This is the picture of the day. Martinez crying. Very good. We love to see it. And also the second picture of the day was this. You love to see it. Partey getting his first goal. My man of the match, I am going to give it to... Man, this is going to be so hard. I love it when it's like this, though. Make it hard for us to choose the man of the match. But let me try and break it down. Aubameyang, Ramsdale, Gabriel, Ben White, Tomiyasu. Partey's included there. Kenny, don't worry. I'll probably give Tavares the man of the match. I think for his first start in an Arsenal shirt in the Premier League, he did magnificently well. So Tavares is my man of the match. The defending was excellent. The bombing forward is excellent. The tackles, the pressing, the technique. I love the fact that he can shoot with his right foot, with his left foot. He was brilliant. But Partey was up there. Tomiyasu, great. Ramsdale, great. All of them. I like Tomiyasu. We all do, man. He's absolutely fantastic. Love it. You're taking your time today. Is this because tomorrow is Saturday? I don't know. Maybe it's because we won the game and I'm not... you know, when you lose the game, let me tell you something. I don't know how many of you are content creators, but every time you lose the game, it is very hard to like just keep recording and doing shows. Like last season when he lost to Villarreal, like it's like the tempo is so low, the mood is so low, like, you know, and also that helps as well. Tomorrow is Saturday. You can't do this on a Monday because everyone is asleep and everything, and most of the audience is in Europe and Africa, so I know the times is like 10, 11, 12, 1 o'clock, 2 a.m. So I appreciate you guys though watching, but yeah, good shout, Tavares. Great stream. I appreciate it. Okay, so I am not the legend. You guys are the legends. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't. Make sure to smash the like button. On the road to 10,000. I need you guys to do me one more favor. So I have another channel called Everything Football, where I do talk about other teams, talk about the Champions League, because obviously over here we can't talk about the Champions League. We're not in the Champions League. So I had to create another channel where I could talk about the Champions League. So I have another channel. I hope you guys can subscribe there. I'll put the link in the chat in a couple of seconds. So it's Glen Kightley, Everything Football, basically. So let me put it in the chat. So I really appreciate you guys' support. Let's see. So I can winning the game helps. Winning the game helps. You have more to talk about, basically. But when you're losing the game and you're talking about the same thing, Arteta bad starting lineup, bad substitutions, bad mistake from this one and that one, missed chances from Lacazette and Aubameyang. It's when you're talking about the same thing over and over again, it becomes repetitive. But when you're winning the game, like we've not talked about Tavares this season, we've talked about him today because that's something new. So I've put the link right now in the chat. That's the second channel. Make sure you head over there and subscribe. I'll appreciate it. So thank you guys. Glen Kightley, Everything Football. Stay safe. Take care of yourself. Have a great Saturday. I'll be back tomorrow with another stream. And yeah, let's enjoy the win. Let's enjoy the win. Everyone have a good night. If you're watching from Australia, have a good day. If you're watching from USA, I know RK is from USA. Enjoy the rest of your day. And yeah, let's enjoy the victory. Arsenal 3, Aston Villa 1. That was your match reaction. That was your player ratings. And I'll catch up with you guys on the next one.